Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I have filmed a budget video. So just a short life update. I did pull out the money for March. I never set up my planner. My daughter ended up having her baby early. I finished my contract as a consultant on March 15th. And so from March 15th to today, which is the 30th of March, I have just been helping my daughter and spending a ton of money. So I really had to take a hard look at my budget and get back on track. So part of this video will be just setting up my budget, and the second part will be kind of talking you through what my plan is to get back into the budgeting mode and to be a lot more intentional with my money. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start building the April budget first. Then we need to take a look at my sinking funds because I have done major damage in my sinking funds. So I need to find out where I am, and I thought I would wait and do that on camera so you all could help me kind of figure out where we're at. So unfortunately paychecks have not changed. So $48.50 and $48.50. My daughter will not start paying her bills until June, so she's got 2 more months before she starts paying again on June 1st. And incremental money, I'm not expecting any incremental money. I do believe that our medical savings account now has been depleted, and so we will be paying our medical insurance bills out of our regular income, which is going to leave me a lot less to work with for sinking funds. But again, we knew it was coming. I needed to plan for it. One thing I have been doing when I have not been filming is really just trying to save as much as possible. So saving my last paycheck. I have one small paycheck coming in on Friday, and that will be it. And then I plan on currently staying unemployed for the next 6 months just to really enjoy my granddaughter and take some vacation time this summer and just really kind of get caught up on, everything around my house. We've been decluttering and all that kind of fun stuff. So things that I have completely ignored while I was working 40 plus hours a week. So that is my plan. And then maybe in the fall, back in September, October, go back to work, at least re-sign my contract a couple times and then decide where I want to go from there. So income, $48.50 plus $48.50 is $9,700, which is about $2,000 less than what I'm used to budgeting, which is fine. What is going to change, while I was used to putting 10% of my income into savings, I am not going to be able to do that right now until I get some of my bills down or get a little bit more income coming in. I am going to start the 100 envelope challenge. I'm going to use this for vacation for 2024. I've already prepaid my vacation for 2023 out of the 100 envelope challenge that I did prior. I did go ahead and make the envelopes with the numbers. There are 1 through 100 in here. I did put some stuffing in there just because until the envelopes are filled, they're not going to be not going to fill the whole container. So I know if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know that I had said that I would never do 100 small envelopes, and that was my intent. But I decided that that box size can be locked up into my safe where my other one that I was doing could not. So that is why I went that direction. So we're going to leave those for a minute, and we're going to leave the sinking funds for a minute. So let's go over to our expenses. So I am paying extra on my mortgage. So it's $3,334. My HOA is due this month. Now, we just changed management companies, so they're saying they're going to send out a bill. I think it went up to $250, so I'm going to budget $250. It could still be $235. I'm not really sure. My phone bill has come in. It's $262. My electricity bill, I won't see for about another week. I'm going to estimate $150 based on how it's trending. My water bill is in, I think it went down to 82, which is, you know, more than I'm used to paying, but it's been so high lately. So let me see what it went to, because I wrote it down. Maybe I didn't write it down. Okay, I'm gonna put 85. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Southwest Gas has been running 80, but it's been super cold here in Phoenix, so it's not going to be the case anymore, so I'm going to take it back to 45. Netflix is 16, HBO is 11, Hulu is 16, DirecTV is 110, life insurance is 106, medical insurance is 1,370. Pest control is not due this month. Car wash is 25. Gym is 57, and internet is 120. So I'm expecting at any moment that my internet is going to go back up again, because it's been almost a year now at that same rate, and that's not normal for them. So in my fixed expenses, I have 5,957. So fixed expenses is going to come up here, 9,957. Income 9,700. Okay, so lifestyle. This is how out of practice I am on this form here. Okay. I actually too wanted to add in Apple. My Apple storage is $5. And I always ignore it, but then I'm like, at the end of the day, I really should account for everything that's going to come out. Now, the majority of these bills come directly paid out of my checking account, so I don't really even, you know, have to pay any bills actually. They're all set up on auto pay. The ones that I do have to go in is my electricity. It is auto pay, but I do have to go in and write that out of my account on what my actual is. My water bill has kind of been interesting because you cannot set it up as an auto pay in Arizona, or at least I haven't figured out how to do it. So last month I put my credit card in because I didn't have my debit card with me. I was at my daughter's house, so they put it on my credit card, which was fine. There wasn't an additional fee to do that. And then my Southwest gas bill is also auto paid. So all of these are either auto paid or directly charged to my Capital One credit card, and then I pay that off at the end of the month. So I really don't send any checks anywhere. So I do not pull any of this out in cash, because I would be taking it out in cash just to put it back in, and you know, nobody has time for that. So 5,962 are my fixed expenses. Now my cash envelopes for groceries, I normally do a split between cash and online because I do HelloFresh, but I've gone through all the menus for April and I really was not excited about any of them. The one week that I did like the menus and was gonna do an extra meal is the week that my sister's in town, so I knew I wouldn't be cooking, we'll be doing group meals. So I'm gonna put the whole 600 in cash. Eating out will be 200. Spending is 200. My mom, I'm gonna put 100, but she is currently in hospice, so they've taken care of all of her needs pretty much. So any supplies that she needs, the things that we've been buying for her. They take care of, which is nice. Also, she really has not had much of an appetite, so when we bring her food in, she really doesn't want it. We did get her some like summer type clothes, but she tends to like her sweatshirts. So, you know, there's no foreseeable need that she will have. But of course, I can always pull that out of the checking account that is part of her trust. So entertainment, I'm going to put 100 because my sister is in town. I know we'll be out doing stuff. Miscellaneous, 100. Personal care, I'm going to put 200. I'm going to get a pedicure and a manicure with my daughter in like a week and a half. And then I will have a massage. And I do need a haircut, so we'll leave it at 200. Household, I'll put 100. I just stocked up on everything about a week ago. Paper towels, paper plates, toilet paper, all that stuff that I had been kind of putting money aside for like a Costco run. I spent $200 and actually did a Instacart because I had $20 off 100. So all that heavy stuff, the water jugs, everything, they delivered. So it was kind of nice. Probably the $20 that I saved was spent in delivery fee and tip, but at least it kind of washed itself out. Gas, I have been driving a lot more because I've been going back and forth to my daughter's, so $250, giving $400, it's a 4-week month. Groceries online, I'm going to put 0, and then medicine, I should have refills in the month of April, so I will put 100 there. Then as far as my subscriptions, I have Sterling Ink for $35, Planner Spot is $35, Elements is $80, Audible is $16, Paper Minty Studio is new, it's $85, Coffee Monster Co. has a subscription now, and that one is $49. Now I am taking a really hard look here because when you look at my subscriptions on a very tight budget, which I'm not used to, is $300. So obviously that's going to be one of the first place to go when, you know, when money is tight and we are saving for a wedding. So I'm going to take a look at that. I left it for this month, and then we'll see going forward what I want to do. So 300 is here, plus 600, plus 200, plus 200, plus 100, 100, plus 100, plus 200, plus 100, 250, 400, and 100. 2650. Let me just make sure. 600 plus 200 plus 200 plus 1. Okay. So if I take the 2,650, add that to my fixed expenses, it's 8,612. Subtract that from my income. That leaves me with sinking funds of 1,088. So in the past, I've been able to, because we had money coming in from our medical savings account, I was able to take 1,000 off the top, put that into my savings account as 10% of my income. But as you can see, that would leave me $88 for sinking funds, and it's not going to be enough for what I need to save for every month. So let's just kind of back into that amount and see if there's anything we can put into savings. So car maintenance, I was putting $200 a month aside for our insurance, which is due in August. Then I found out that I needed tires. So then I started putting more money away, and then I figured that, you know, tires are going to be about $1,200 for my car. So I was putting extra in. Again, not, you know, doing it on camera, just putting it in. And now I'm at the point where I need to see what I have there, and then we can kind of see what you know, what I need to put in. I know I should put at least 200. I think I will plan on the 200 and then see if we can take more. Christmas, I always do 300. And then what we'll do is go ahead and, before we figure out anything else, go in and look at what my actual sinking funds are today, and then we can see where I need to fund. I mean, I'm pretty sure I definitely want to fund the birthday ones because those are things I fund every month, and then we can kind of play with the rest of the money and see what we need to do. So we're going to change gears a little bit and go to sinking funds. So these right here are what I call my general funds. So this is the category I've done the most damage in. So actually in this category right now, where my goal at, you know, when I first started, you know, putting these all in together, my goal was 6,839. I currently have, let me look. This is a Capital One account that's attached to my credit card. So currently there is $2,061. Okay, so let me back up for a minute. So I have paid the $5,000 that I saved in the savings challenge from last year. Half of that has been paid to the Airbnb. We have a beach house for the summer, but I didn't take it out of my vacation fund. I took it out of my cushion in my account because I had really built up the cushion at that point between working and other money coming in. So I decided to go ahead and use that. So the $5,021 is still in my account. My second payment for the beach house is due June 22nd, and that is $3,200. So that money is going to come out of this $5,000, and then I'm going to start building back up my vacation fund with my new 100 envelope challenge. So of this 2,061, what needs to be covered is the legal Zoom, which is 200, that renews, and that's our will and our trust and estate and everything that renews June 1st or June 15th. My Amazon Prime is paid. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Beauty and self-care, I'm not going to worry about because, quite frankly, I stocked up on a lot of things. Hair care, skin care, makeup, everything. So I don't need anything. I'm not worried about Black Friday right now. Clothing, I am good. Actually, I'm going to put 500 in clothing. So let me just kind of back this up this way. Dental, I know I need to fill this one more. I just ended up paying $334 because I do have braces on if you've not followed my saga, and my insurance that I had before covered it at $1,000, but because I switched insurance midway and my new insurance does not cover orthodonture, I had to pay the balance, which was $334 after already paying like $6,700 because we had thought we were completely paid off. So that came out of my dental fund. Fun times, no. Glasses, I do need to replace my glasses, so I'm going to put 300 there. Journal supplies, nope. Applying supplies, nope. I have spent a ton of money there. Tax prep, yes, that's coming at us quickly. That's 400. Wellness, no. Vitamins, I am going to put 100. I did just stock up a few when I did that Instacart order, but I know I'll have a few more that will need to be replaced. Amazon, no. Taxes, okay. So taxes, I think I'm going to be okay on because I took out extra in my pay to counteract some of the ones that weren't taxed. So I think I'm going to be flush, but I think just in case, let's leave 500 in there. So if we do 500 plus 300, 400, 100, 200, 500. So that leaves me $61. Let's add it to dental. Okay. So what will have to happen, I have to decide if I'm going to keep Skillshare because that's $99. That's due May 4th. I go back and forth because I love having it when I have time, and I should have more time now, but you know, I don't use it as much as I think I'm going to, so maybe go month to month. I'm not really sure on that one yet, but so that's where this account stands. So as you can see, I have really used this a lot, but you know, again, that's what it's there for. On my envelopes that are sinking funds, let's see what we have. And the funny thing was, in the beginning of March, I went ahead and funded all of these. So Valentine's Day and anniversary are empty. Those were both in February, obviously. St. Patrick's Day, my granddaughter was born on the 14th, so I did not go celebrate. So I still have $50 in here. So St. Patrick's Day, that's 50. Easter is in a couple weeks. I have $100, so that's fine. I currently have all of my pre-made envelopes, which are all these patterns that you see here, 30% discounted in my shop. So if you need anything, now is a good time. I think I've got another week or 2 weeks that they'll be discounted. You can only leave them discounted for 30 days. So Halloween is empty. Thanksgiving is empty. My birthday. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. I have 280. I've been putting 60 a month in for my birthday and my daughter's birthday because we're both July. And my husband's, whose birthday is September, we have 150, 220. So their birthday money is kind of a combination of presents, activities, dinner, you know, sometimes we'll all go get manicure and pedicures, and that's where that money's coming from. So I try to keep everything for the birthday related the set amount so that I'm not scrambling when it's their birthday time. So for my daughter Megan, also July birthday, 100, 220, 40, 60, 70, 80. She's also got 280. And then the cards is my daughter and son-in-law. And my son-in-law's birthday was in February, so I have 160 for my daughter's birthday, and that's in October. Then family is brothers, I don't have brothers, sisters, mother, let's see, 50, 90, 110. So I definitely need to start funding this. Birthdays start in May and they go through till September. My nieces and nephews are actually my nieces and nephews' kids. There are 11 of them. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So 160 is correct. I try to keep theirs around 35. But there is probably every single month there is at least one birthday, if not two. So and they're kind of at the ages where they like cash, so it's nice just to be able to give them a little gift and some cash. Liam and Milo are my daughter's dogs. 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95. I have been paying for my dog's, for Liam's food because I have him kind of on a special diet because I had done some research and I was really appalled at what was in dog food. So it was a little bit more than she could afford. So I went ahead and I've been paying for it. And then we just split when it comes in, I keep some here and the majority goes to her house. But I replaced the food in February, so in April it'll be another $150. So I do need to start adding to that. Disneyland is not there. Okay, and then in my long-term ones, the ones that I don't use that often, arts and crafts. We have not had craft night in quite some time, is $50. And I keep that just so if we have time to do craft night, there's always supplies that we need based on what the craft is going to be. So I just leave it there. Date night has 100. This is another one that I just pulled from my account and not the envelope. We try to have date night at least once a week, but because we both are retired or semi-retired, it's easier just to go in the middle of the day. Household is empty, miscellaneous is empty. Sutton is my granddaughter. She did have $50. I spent $100, so yeah, it's empty again. Target, I do put, I like to keep $100 on my red card. I did spend that $100, so right now Target is empty. Thrifting is empty. Christmas is still funded. I think I actually colored this in, but let me look and see what's in Christmas. It is also a Capital One account. So let's see, Capital One, let's see, Christmas is $1,989. Gifts is $384. Technology is $1,448. Home improvement or home refresh, $29,609. My car fund, car maintenance is $3,843. Wedding. So I have been trying to take all of my paychecks and put them here because we thought she was going to get married in February of 24. And then based on the dates that were available, we're now looking at October of 24. So that does give me more time, but the budget is not going to be this. We are finding, oh, what was my budget? Yeah, that's not. It's so much more expensive than I had thought. And she's trying really hard to keep it down, but it's just really, it's expensive. Medical, I currently have $1,592. I have paid probably over $3,000 in medical bills lately. So this is what's left over from the money that I've been stashing there. So yes, I would love to have $2,500 in there because that's our deductibles, but I don't know what I've already paid will go towards a deductible versus what I need to keep adding in. So beginning balance of my general fund is $2,061. Bridal shower, I'm not even gonna think about yet. And then this was the baby shower, which I spent a lot more than $500. And that's kind of when the wheels started to come off my budget, was February. It got so expensive. But anyways, it's done and she loved it. It was great and we're all good. I think the one thing that I was very conscious of when I felt like I was out of control is that I never allowed myself to get back into debt. So everything was paid off, even no matter how tight it was for us. I did make sure that I paid off my Capital One every single month. So I've never incurred any interest there, didn't look at any other way to finance things. If I had to take some out of my cushion on my account, we did. So definitely need to build back up my cushion. It is not where I like it to be, but again, you know, that's what happened. Now, the interesting thing was I had already pulled the money out to stuff my envelopes for March, and I just left that money intact. So that will be the money that I use to, you know, fund for April. And then, you know, that money that is budgeted for April will just stay in my account and start to become that cushion again. So I'm going to be catching up a little bit, but at least I didn't spend that money plus the money on my card plus the money out of my account. I did leave that money, you know, $1,400 just sitting here in cash. So, you know, it made sense to me at the time just to leave it alone, and I knew I would need it in April. So I'm glad that I did that. So this is where we are. So when I look at the money that I have left to spend, definitely 200 and 300 is kind of a no-brainer on those. So if I have 1,088 minus 200 minus 300, I don't think anything in my general fund really needs to be funded right now. I mean, if I'm gonna put, no, I think they're all okay. So let's go back to wedding. Let's just do 300. It just goes so fast. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Okay, let's go back to birthdays. So I've got 500 so far. So that leaves me with 588. So 588 minus, okay, so if I do 60 for mine, 60 for family, 60 for my daughter Megan, 60 for Mike, nieces, nephews is fine, 60 for the cars, so that's 3, 4, 5, that's 300, that's 88, Easter's fine. I'm going to put money into Liam and Milo, and that way I'll have money for his food next month. Oh wait, plus 100. So 988, so I have $100 left. I am going to put that into gifts. Okay, so that should be it. That does not go very far, and that leaves me nothing to put into savings, but it is what it is. So 300, 400, and 500. I should still have $88. 3, 4, 5, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 1,000. I do have $88, so let's put that in. Put it into car. So 388. Okay, that goes really fast. So that should be everything. So I have 1,088 in my sinking funds. 5,962 is my fixed expenses. 2,650. 9,700. Okay, so there we go. That was fast and furious. So, well, not really fast. It took me a while. But this is my recovery plan. I think I just need to get back into that habit of trying to save everything I can in my envelope so that I can fund my 100 envelope challenge, because I don't have the wiggle room in my budget right now to go ahead and take that, you know, off the top. So if I want to put, you know, $300 in my savings challenge, I can't take that out of the top of my budget because I don't have that space right now. Now I could go back to work a couple days a week, which I don't really want to do. I really want to be available to my daughter to help her out. Her husband's going back to work in a couple weeks, so she doesn't go back to work until June. So I just want to be available to her as much as I can be to help her out. Just a huge adjustment, obviously, having your first baby. And then I do need to take a harder look at things like subscriptions, groceries, things like that, to see where we can maybe shave off some. And then I need to start to really not worry, but work on more money for the wedding, because, you know, I've got half it saved. Now I do have money that I have been stocking away in my actual savings account that I could just pull that money and move it to wedding and have that fully funded. But I really like having that cushion, that 3 months kind of emergency fund. But, you know, again, it's just going to depend on when money's due and things like that. So this is my plan as of today. Let's see how this month goes. I really miss being able to put a big chunk of money into savings, but, you know, I do look at my sinking funds too as different forms of savings. So they're not money that I'm planning to spend right away. So that is the budget as it is today. And then I will be back probably tomorrow to do the first cash stuffing, set up my binder for this new budget. My sister is coming into town this weekend, so I do not want to leave it to chance that I am not ready to go April 1st with my new budget. I don't want to be like stuffing my cash envelopes a week after the month has started, or not setting it up, because I need to be intentional from the time that that paycheck hits my account throughout the month of April. I am also on a no spend in the month of April for anything that is not necessary, meaning planner supplies, stickers, going out to eat, like fast foods, you know, things like that. I mean, I just need to be super intentional this month, get myself back into those really good habits that I had established that I threw out the window in February and March, and get right back into, you know, being so much more intentional with my money. So if you made it this long, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys sticking around and, you know, checking on me and things like that. It really means the world to me. So if you have not subscribed, please do so and follow along on this journey with me. Thanks so much.